Hey, what's up, guys? Good to be with you again today. We've got the Pirates of the Braves here for the second game of this twin bill, this doubleheader. Nils Potter, 37 years old, 2 wins for the Braves, is up there against the Pirates, and he throws a strike into Castiglione, and then a ball 1-1 the count now on Pete Castiglione. Castiglione chases that one down and away. Pete hitting .350, so he knows what he's doing. 2-2 now the count on Castiglione, and there's strike 3, swing and a miss, and he goes down. Here's Ralph Kiner. Ralph Kiner is the terror of the National League as he takes a ball and another ball, 2-0 the count. You don't want to get behind this guy. It's 2-1 now. There's a ground ball over to Stanky, and it's a tricky play, and that one eats up Stanky, and Kiner's safe at first. We think a lot about Kiner with his home runs, but he was a good hitter for average as well. There's Eddie Bachman now, and he takes one low and away, ball 1. And there's a swing and a miss. 1-1 now the count on Eddie, and that's how an outside. 2-1's the count. 2-2 now as he swings and misses at that one. That's off the play. It's a full count now. There's a high pop-up over to the right side, and Torgerson has it for the out, 2 away, and here's Clyde McCulloch. And there's one on the outside corner for a strike to McCulloch, and there's a swing and a miss, strike 2 there to Clyde, and he just barely fouls that one back, still 0-2 the count. And there's a called strike 3, Nils Potter, 2 strikeouts in that inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and here's Marv Rickard. The Braves hoping to calm down the Pirates a little bit here and to get themselves back into the pennant race as Rickard hits a single down the left field line that is just fair. Here comes Russell. If the Braves can win this one, they might be able to make a little bit of a move. The swing and a miss there by Russell, and we were running Rickard, and he's thrown out trying to steal, and there's an 1-1 count now there on Jim. And there's a ball low, 2-1 the count, and there's a ground ball down the first base line, but that one is fouled. It's 2-2 now. Here comes Rip Sewell, and that's one banged off of Sewell, looks like his leg, and who made the play? It was Sewell, I think, who finally tried to make the play, throw over to first base, and the throw was late, and Russell's in there with a base hit, and here comes Dark. Al Dark takes the ball, and there's one inside for a strike. 1-1 the count now on Dark, and that's smoked over to Bascal the right side, and he throws that over to first for the out. Russell moves up to second, though, and there's a runner on second base for Eddie Stanky. 2 outs here, bottom of the first inning, runner on second, and it's a 1-1 count there on Eddie. And there's a fastball high. 2-1 the count now on Eddie Stanky. There's one foul back. It's 2-2. That's hit over to left field. Kiner slips around, turns around, goes one way, goes the other way, makes the catch. And we go to the top of the second. Here is Monty Bascal hitting 209 and sinking like a rock. 1-1 now the count on Bascal, who's going to start sinking in this order. So the way I do it is I look at the batting orders again, usually after the games are complete for a specific day. And so we'll look at that a little bit together as Bascal strikes out. Here's Wally Junitz, 3 strikeouts for Nils Potter. And I'll just sort of show you kind of what I do. I don't pay attention to what they did in real life. I do it my way. There's a little ground ball over to Porter's left, or Porter's right, rather, to the left of the batter, and Porter able to make the play, throws over to first for the out, 2 away, and here's Wally Westlake, and there's one inside that misses for a ball, 1-0 the count. There's a ground ball through the hole on the left side for a single for Westlake, and so that'll bring up Johnny Hopp, runner on first base, and 2 outs here, top of the second. 2-0 now is the count on Hopp, who's hitting fairly well. 2-1 now, as that's a strike. And there's a breaking ball inside that nearly hits him but doesn't. Full 3-1 now the count. And there's ball 4 by Potter, and he walks a man, and that'll bring up the pitcher Rip Sewell. Fouls one back to the catcher Macy, who makes the play, and we go to the bottom of the second. Still no score. Here is Torgerson, who takes a strike, and there's one wide of the plate. 1-1 now the count on Earl. And there's a ground ball over to Castiglione at short, throws to first for the out, 1 away, and here's Connie Ryan. Ryan takes a curveball outside for a ball, 1-0 the count. Now it's 1-1 with that one in there. 2-1 now the count on Ryan. And that one's grounded through the middle and for a base hit over to center field, and that'll bring up Tommy Holmes with the runner on first base, and only 1 out. We're going to run again here. And there's a chopper back to the mound to Rip Sewell, who makes the play. No play at second base, throws to first for the out. They get out of the double play, and here's Phil Macy up there hitting 167, but with a runner in scoring position, and he has 1 RBI. It could happen. There's a little chopper over to Bachman. Bachman makes the play. The third baseman throws to first for the out. We go to the top of the third. Here's Pete Castiglione, who takes a strike. Curveball outside, and it's a 1-1 count there on Pete, and there's one off the end of the bat, but that one ends up into right field for a base hit, and that'll bring up Ralph Kiner now. Castiglione, the runner on first base, and nobody out here top of the third inning. And there's a ball in there to Kiner, 1-0 the count. There's one wide, 2-0 now the count on Ralph, and it's 2-1 as he fouls that one off of Macy's glove. That's hit on a line over to left field into the gap, and that's a base hit, and Kiner's 2 for 2 today, and here comes Eddie Bachman now, runners on first and third, nobody out, and we're going to play the infield into the corners just in case. And there's a foul ball that goes out of play, and there's one popped up to third base for the first out, and Ryan makes that catch, and that'll bring up Clyde McCulloch. Clyde hitting .233. Fouls one back to the screen, 0-1 the count, and there is one chopped over to third base. Castiglione's going to try to score, and we will go home with it, and he's safe on the close play. That'll score the run for the Pirates. It's 1-0, and here's Monty Bascal, who takes a ball. And there's one on the outside corner, 1-1 the count, and there's a ground ball over to Dark. He goes over to second for one, but we can't complete the double play. That means there's runners now on first and third. If you're losing track, remember that ground ball that McCulloch hit ended up, was it McCulloch hit? It was, yeah, ended up being safe at the plate. There was no out on that play, and it's 1-0 Pirates here in the top of the third with runners on first and third, and 2 outs, and Junic hits a little fly ball over to center field. Russell has it for the out. We go to the bottom of the third. Nels Potter up there, the pitcher, and he takes a strike, and then a ball. 1-1 the count. That's fouled back. It's 1-2. 1-2 the count on him, and there's a ball to him. 2-2 now. And it still remains 2-2, and there's another foul ball. Still 2-2. And there's a foul tip, but McCulloch can't hold on to it. It remains 2-2, and there's another foul ball, and the count is still 2-2, and there's a little roller over to Castiglione for the first out, and we go to Marv Rickert. Rickert takes the ball and fouls one back for a strike. 1-1 the count, and there's a strike in there to him called, 1-2, and there's one that crowds him, 2-2 now the count. Rickert right on top of that pitch, but fouled back. And there's one hit over to Junic in center field for the second out, and that'll bring up Jim Russell. Russell takes the ball inside, and that one's hit deep to left field, and Kiner able to go back and grab that one because we are at Braves Field, which is not exactly the best ballpark in the world for power hitting. Here's Wally Westlake with a 1-1 count on him for the Pirates. Top of the fourth, still 1-0. 1-2 the count now, and there's one foul back. It's still 1-2. There's a wicked slider inside that Westlake is able to lay off of. And that one's further inside, and that did hit him. Boy, I haven't seen this play-by-play yet. I don't know if I would claim that this is the best play-by-play in the world, but there is a little bit of tension here. You can tell, if you've been watching this, that in Diamond Mine Baseball, the play-by-play is set up in such a way that it will fake you into thinking that it's one way or another. And this is an example of a play-by-play where the batter claims that the ball hit him, and he usually doesn't, but this time his claim was correct. I don't know if he had shoe polish on the baseball or whatever, if you remember that story. Johnny Hopp takes the ball, hammers one outside of first, foul, 1-1 now. That's foul back, 1-2 the count now on Johnny, and that's inside 2-2. 2-2, and there's one foul back, and it is still 2-2. And there's one in the dirt. Count is now full count now on Hop, and he lines one over to right field, and that's just a loud out over to Holmes, one away, and here's Rip Sewell. And he will bunt, and he does bunt as far as Torgerson, the first baseman, who tags him coming down. That will bring up Pete Castiglione now with a runner on second base, and there's a ball in there to Pete. And there's a strike down the middle, 1-1 the count now. And there's a line shot down the right field line, and that is out of Holmes's reach, and that'll be a double. And Castiglione's on at second base. It's 2-0 Pirates. There's a ball to Ralph Kiner, and he swings and misses a 1-1 the count. And there's a breaking ball under his bat for a strike, 1-2. And there's strike 3. And so Potter gets the strikeout, but not before another run scores. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, and here is Al Dark. Dark takes a strike and then hits one over to Castiglione, the shortstop, throws to first for the out, one away, and here is Eddie Stinky, who takes a strike again, and that's inside. 1-1 the count now on Stinky, and there's a fly ball over to Westlake in right field for the second out. Here's Earl Torgerson. Torgerson takes a ball, and there's another ball in at the ankles, 2-0 the count. He hits one to left field. Kiner there for the catch. We go to the top of the fifth. Here's Eddie Bachman. Bachman fouls one off. 0-1 the count now on Eddie. There's a ground ball over to Stanky on the right side. He makes the play, throws to first for the out, one away. And here's Clyde McCulloch, who takes a strike. 0-1 the count now on Clyde. And he is hit by the pitch and will take his base. And there's a runner on first now for the Pirates. Again, second time we've hit one of them. Monty Bascal then gets a rare base hit, and that one went to, what side did that go to? Up the middle for a single. Runners on first and second now for Wally Judnich, and nobody out here in the top of the fifth. 2-0 Pirates. There's a ground ball over to the right side. Eddie Stanky makes the play, throws over to first base. No chance to get Bascal going into second. And now there are two away, rather. There was one away before that. And here is Wally Westlake. I should look before I speak. Westlake takes the ball, 1-0 the count. There's a ground ball over to first base. Torgerson has it, makes the play himself, and we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Still 2-0 Pirates. Connie Ryan up there now, and there's a swing and a miss by Ryan for a strike. 0-1 the count. There's a ball, 1-1 the count now on Ryan. There's a chopper over to Castiglione. The shortstop throws to first for the out, 1 away. And here's Tommy Holmes who takes the ball. And there's another one that misses. 2-0 the count now on Holmes. And there's a strike on him. It's 2-1. 2-1 pitch is on the way, and that's outside for a ball. 3-1 the count. There's a fastball in there for a strike. It's a full count on Holmes. And there's one hit deep to the left. And Kiner runs back and grabs that for the out. 2 away. And here's Phil Macy. And he hits one past the diving Bachman at third base, and that'll be a double for Macy, and that's kind of rare for him. But with 2 outs, we'll see if it makes a difference. Potter up there now fouls one off. Potter. And takes the ball inside, 1-1 the count. There's a ground ball over to Bachman, and he has some trouble with it, but is still able to get Potter out at first. We go to the top of the 6th, and here's Johnny Hobb. There's a strike in there by Nels Potter, 0-1 the count. There's a ball low, 1-1 now the count, and that's inside for a ball, 2-1 now. 3-1 as the curveball misses, and there's one popped wide of first, and Torgerson has it for the out near the dugout, 1 away. Here is Rip Sewell, who takes a ball, and he fouls one off. 1-1 the count now on Rip. Swing and a miss on that one is 1-2, and there's another swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. 5 strikeouts for Nels Potter, but it's those 2 runs that count. Pete Castiglione takes a strike, and there's another strike to him, 0-2 the count, and there's a ground ball over to Dark at short, throws over to first for the out. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Fast-moving ball game, and here comes Marv Rickard, who takes a strike, and there's a ground ball to Castiglione. The shortstop throws to first for the out, 1 away. Here is Jim Russell, who takes a strike. And a ball, 1-1 the count now on Russell. And there's ball 2 to him. That one misses inside, 2-1 the count. And there's one down the line into the corner, and that is called foul. That is called foul, and that's another one of these sort of tense play-by-plays. We've had 2 of these here so far in this game where I thought at first that was going to be a double. And instead, that one is just called foul by the umpire down there. And I don't know if he's getting a little bit of grief for that call or not from the Pirates dugout, but I imagine that there is a little bit. 2-2 now is the count on Jim Russell with 1 out here bottom of the 6th. And he just hits a little fly ball over to Junich in center field for the out. Here's Al Dark. Swings and fouls one back, 0-1 the count. And there's a ground ball over to Castiglione, and he makes a good backhanded play. Throws over to first for the out. We go to the top of the 7th, and here's Ralph Kiner. Kiner takes one low and inside, 2 for 3 today. 2-0 now the count on Ralph. There's a strike to him. It's 2-1. And there's a foul ball. 2-2 the count now on Kinder. And he hits that one deep over to the right field gap, and he has a triple. And how many times did we actually see Kinder triple in real life? He had 5 in real life, 2 so far in this replay. Runner on third base is Kinder, 2-0 Pirates. We're going to have that infield back. There's a little ground ball to Potter, the pitcher, as Bachman just can't really, he swings at the first pitch from Nels. Potter throws over to first for the out and is able to keep Kinder on at third. And here comes Clyde McCulloch. And there's a fastball out of play for a strike, 0-1. And there's one high, 1-1 now. And 2-1 is the count now on McCulloch, and that's high, 3-1 now. And there's one hit deep to center field. No chance to get Kiner, who scores run number 3. And here comes Monty Bascal. And Bascal belts one deep to left, and Rickard has it for the out. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Eddie Stanky. I tell you, the Pirates have won because when they're behind, they don't give up. 1-1 the count now on Stanky. This happens so often. They lost their last game, and then this one they came back, and they've come back so far. 3-1 the count now on Eddie. And there's a bloop single over to left field. Sewell made a good pitch, but was burned out in the end, and that'll bring up Earl Torgerson. The Braves maybe with something going on. There's a ball in there to Torgerson, and we're not going to run ourselves out of this one. 2-0 the count now on Earl. It's 2-1 now. No need to run with a 3-0 deficit. 2-1 still. And there's a fly ball to right center field. Westlake has it for the out, 1 away, and here's Connie Ryan. There's a strike in there to Ryan, a good slider. There's one hit deep to center field, and Junich able to go back to grab that one for the out, and that's out number 2. And here's Tommy Holmes. Runner still on first base. There's a ground ball over to the left side. Bachman grabs it. The third baseman throws to first for the out, and that'll do it. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Wally Junich up there now, and he takes a strike in there inside. 0-1 the count. There's one off the play. 1-1 is now the count on Junich. That's high and outside. It's 2-1. And there's a pop-up over to left field. Rickard has it for the out, 1 away, and here's Wally Westlake. He hits one over to right center field to Holmes, who makes the play 2 away, and here's Johnny Hopp, and there's a strike in there from Potter, and a swing and a miss on the fastball, 0-2 the count. That's outside, and it's 1-2 now. Fouled away, still 1-2, and that's high for a ball. It's 2-2, and there's a swing and a foul tip, but Macy can't hold on. Still 2-2. It's in on the hands, and it's a full count now on Hopp, and Potter strikes him out. And I think that's 6 strikeouts there for Nels Potter. Go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and Potter's spot will come up. There's Phil Macy leading it off, and he takes a ball, and there's a strike as he swings and misses at that one. And there's ball 2 on him, 2-1 the count. There's a little pop-up over to center field, and it's Castiglione who runs back and grabs that for the first out. Now, I'm going to tell you something here, which is that when you're looking at Potter coming up next, if we want to decide whether to take him out or not, the only way in Diamond Mine Baseball to figure out if you're going to do that or not is to look at the box score, where it will tell you his current pitch count, which is 118. I'm going to leave him in instead of taking him out because it's the second game of a doubleheader. We want to keep this bullpen fresh. There's a foul ball down the right field line. 0-1 the count. There's a ground ball to Castiglione, who throws to first for the out. 2 away, and here's more of Rickard. There's a strike in there. The first pitch, 0-1 the count on Rickard, and there's one high. 1-1 the count now. There's another ball to him, 2-1, and there's one popped up over to third base. Bachman makes the play for the out. We go to the top of the ninth, and here's Rip Sewell. And there's a ball low and away to him, 1-0 the count. There's a ground ball to Ryan to third base, makes the play, throws to first for the out, 1 away. Potter can get those outs. There's strike 1 to Castiglione, and there's a ball to him, 1-1 the count now. There's a slider in there for a strike, 1-2. Potter sitting on 6 strikeouts, and there is the strikeout as he went after that. Castiglione strikes out for the 7th of the game by Potter. Here's Ralph Kiner. There's a ball and a strike there into Kiner, 1-1 the count on him. And there's a fastball outside, 2-1 now, and there's a 1 in there for a strike, 2-2, and there's strike 3 down the middle. 8 strikeouts for Nels Potter, but he's down 3-0. Here's Jim Russell starting off the bottom of the ninth inning, and he takes a ball high. There's a swing and a miss, 1-1 the count now on Russell. And there's one hit over to Junich in center field. He makes the catch for the out, 1 away, and here's Alvin Dark, who fouls one back. There's a fly ball over to Westlake in right field, 2 away, and here comes Eddie Stanky. And there's a bouncer down over to first base, and that one jumps over the glove of Hop for a base hit, and Stanky's got his base hit, 2 for 4 today for Eddie. That brings up Earl Torgerson. Torgerson up there now, and he takes a strike called, 0-1 the count now on Earl. And there's a ball, 1-1 now the count, and there's a ground ball over to Castiglione. He flips over to Pascal for the out. And there's the end of your ball game, and it's pretty simple and pretty quick, isn't it? The Pirates win this one 3-0, and 3-0 rather. And they maintain their death grip on first place here in the National League. Good outing by Rip Sewell. He walks 0, he strikes out 0. He still winds up with the complete game win. And I will see you with more tomorrow. Talk to you then. Bye.